Oh boy, this will be something for the ages. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the continuation of the wonderful Kingsfield special. And as you can see right now on the screen, we are talking about Kingsfield 2 now. Again, this is the Japanese cover. I was thinking maybe I'm gonna show all the covers, or do I only show the Japanese covers? So I decided to only show the Japanese covers because, hell, who the fuck cares about Western releases these days? No. As you can see, I really like the cover design. We see Kingsfield, and then with this, I don't know, with this gate thing, I don't know how you call it, with the two pillars, the 2 is getting symbolized. And oh boy, you are up for a treat when it comes to the gameplay. I talked a little bit about From Software games difficulty already in the first session of the first Kingsfield. And holy crap, did I forget how the difficulty got up like crazy in Kingsfield 2. Again, I have around 20 minutes of footage, and unfortunately this time around, I can't say that I did not die. Well, let's see what is going on. As always, we're gonna boot up the screen and look at the intro. The intro this time around is a little bit longer, and oh my god, we have English voice acting. So let's boot up the thing, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up for a second, and you enjoy the first beginning minutes of Kingsfield 2, aka Kingsfield 1 in America and Europe. Yeah. Have fun, and my monotonous commentary will continue after we saw the intro. A little bit of a background information. In Japan, this game came out around about 6 months after the first one. What is crazy if you think about that. The first one came out in December 94, while the second one came out in June or July 95. And here that wonderful 90s From Software logo. You can clearly see the 90s being alive there. But yeah, I'm gonna shut the fuck up because we're gonna have the wonderful intro. We see nothing. Or what is this? Is this a turtle? Is this an island? Is this something?
A mysterious darkness conquered the island of Marinette. There was either a god or a demon who controlled the island, and no one tried to go there. A high elf in the forest told of a blue light that came down from the sky and struck the island. The blue light penetrated deep into the island's underworld.
I think all these frame rate fetishists are getting a boner right now.
The island had been carved by people who were challenged and destroyed by the island's energy.
I have to say, the voice acting is not too bad for a 95 game. Not too shady.
Legends say, never approach the island, for a sleeping beast in the darkness waits for a great awakening.
But yeah, as you can see, this time around they take a little bit more time to establish the story, while in Kingsfield 1 we only had like a 20-second text scrolling to the top. In Kingsfield 2 they put some more effort in and tried to establish a background story, and as you can see here right now, Kingsfield. This is Kingsfield 2. I'm saying it again. This is Kingsfield 2, but in the Western market, this game was sold as Kingsfield because Kingsfield 1 didn't come out in the Western market, so they made Kingsfield 2 to Kingsfield 1 in the Western market. Kind of like with Final Fantasy. By the way, nice little yeah, sprite animation there, whatever you call it. And I think now comes something really interesting. Checking the RAM card. What the fuck? I don't even know what that means. But yeah, it's checking the RAM card. And the first thing that you can see in Kingsfield is it starts way more open than the first one. You are on a little island thing, and you can pretty much look around 360 degrees, and you can go where you want. And I'm just gonna shut the fuck up for a second, because this is priceless. Oh, before that, I'm gonna show the menu here. The menu looks exactly the same pretty much as in Kingsfield 1, only this time around it's in English. That's wonderful. We have a dagger here. But yeah, wonderful options menu. But yeah, we are pretty much 5 seconds in the game. We moved for 5 seconds. And just to show you what happens. And this is really Dark Souls or Souls stylish. Oh my god, look at this, guys. It's our first enemy. Let's attack him. Oh, okay. Yeah, first enemy just killed us without a problem. Yeah, why not respawn? We lost all progress. But yeah, this is pretty much... By the way, to the right, you can fall instantly down into the water. What you can actually see already is that the difficulty got upped like crazy. Pretty much the best strategy in Kingsfield games is the circle strafing. What I didn't even mention in the first Kingsfield thing is that with the first Kingsfield, you were able to strafe to the left or to the right. What was pretty new, you were able to do that with L1 and R1. And pretty much circle strafing enemies in Kingsfield 2 is a must, because if you don't do it, you're just gonna see what happens here. Another feature that you see this time around is, this time around, the HP and MP are getting displayed in numbers, while in Kingsfield 1, you only saw bars. And you see the difficulty here already. I mean, I'm obviously not playing smart right now, but yeah. Another death by just a random enemy. This time around, it was not even a boss enemy. And that's the cool thing about Kingsfield 2, because it's so open at the beginning. Oh, by the way, here's a pit that you can fall down and instantly die to. But it's a cool thing about Kingsfield 2. This time around, it's way more open. And this time around, I was talking a little bit about Kingsfield 1, that it is separated into 5 different levels that you teleport to, or that you can teleport to right after another. While in Kingsfield 2, the complete world is connected. After the first loading time of Kingsfield 2, there is never ever another loading time. The whole island that this game is playing to, the whole game is getting streamed onto Fly into the PlayStation 1's memory. What was pretty crazy back in the day. Sometimes though, you see stuff popping up right in front of you if you turn around really fast. And by the way, speaking about the difficulty, as you can see, they even upped the enemy placements. We have 2 of these dudes, and I think to the right, I don't know if we see that right now, there is a green slime dude that can poison you. So the difficulty got up like crazy already within the fucking first few minutes of gameplay. As you can see, 1 hit, 15 damage, what means you die with 3 hits. And this is definitely something that many people know. From Dark Souls games. And I'm pretty sure, I know I'm probably taking a herb here right now, that I'm gonna die soon again. But yeah, a little bit what's different. I talked a little bit about already. The whole island is connected. By the way, here we have one of these wonderful fake walls, or however you want to call them. Something that you clearly know from the Souls games too. And look what is behind this fucking door. There is, I think, 4 enemies here that instantly attack you. Again, circle strafing is your best friend in this game. Because, let's be honest, the AI is not smart. The AI in Kingsfield games is never smart. And it will never be smart if there will be another Kingsfield game. But even with that AI being as stupid as it is right now here, I'm gonna try to circle strafe a little bit here, and you see the AI can't really handle it. But the problem is there are like 500 million different other enemies right now, aka 2 other enemies that want to kill me. You can clearly see that they definitely worked on the model detail. A little bit about of a background information. If you look at the data that is on the disc of the games, you can actually see that the first game pretty much only is 30 megabyte big. Yes, the first game is only 30 megabyte big. I mean, 30 megabyte. That's how big text documents are these days. Okay, not really, but yeah. And the second game was in type of file size, in terms of file size, 10 times bigger, around 300 megabyte big. And you definitely see that because they enhanced the graphics. I mean, you can definitely see a jump in detail when it comes to the enemy designs. But I would say the whole world detail and stuff looks the same. What you probably can't see right now is, because I only stream at 30 FPS, the game is having an unlocked frame rate. Well, what means unlocked frame rate? At least an unlocked frame rate when it comes to 60 until 60 FPS. The game can run super fluid with 60 FPS, and the game actually gets way faster if it runs with 60 FPS. What can be... By the way, here you see a little bit of the streaming issue, because everything in this game is getting streamed, because there are no loading times. You will see in a second, after I look through the inventory here, that some items are popping up. Awesome thing, if you equip your items, you have no idea if it makes more damage or not. It just asks you, hey, do you want to equip this item or not? If you want to see if an item is better, you have to go into the strength category, and there you see slash, chop, and step 44, 9, and 12, and you have to compare it with every weapon that you get. We had 44, 9, and 12, and now we have 39, 6, and 14, what means obviously the sword that we got is a little bit better. Obviously, we're gonna go with the short sword. Now I'm gonna turn here. There we saw a really bad frame. Now we turn around, and as you see, the items were not there and just popped up. That is because, again, this is a complete open world. You can call this game an open world game. We talk about an open world game in 95, and everything is getting streamed on the fly. And you see how fast the game gets here right now. It is because the frame rate is 60 FPS right now, while when I turn around right now, you will probably see that even in this video here, the frame rate goes down like crazy. Yeah, by the way, here, another wonderful thing. We have a fish jumping on the thing. We have mosquitoes or whatever attacking you. Obviously, I'm gonna try to defend myself against these things. And another awesome thing. Like, fish can't be that dangerous, can they? Oh, yeah. It just one-hit killed me. Why not? Let's get one-hit killed by a fish. That's a cool thing. But yeah, what is there to say about King's Field 2 in general? Overall, the game is bigger. The game is way harder. The game is... It has a bunch of hidden worlds or fake worlds, or whatever you want to call them. The game actually uses a system, a key system. And we probably should see that with the footage soon. You will find a bunch of chests in this game, and a lot of these chests are locked. And there are two types of keys in this game. One type of these keys are keys that you can unlock. And one feature of the game is, I think, that you find an NPC later that can copy these keys. What means backtracking is not an issue here, because I personally don't have a problem with backtracking. But there is a lot of backtracking in this game, and there is a lot of memorization. Where was a chest that I can't open and stuff like that. Back in the day when I played King's Field 4, and yes, that was the crazy internet age already, I drawed my own maps for King's Field 4 while I was doing the same thing after I played 1, 2, and 3 after 4. I draw my own maps. Unfortunately, I don't have these maps anymore. Otherwise, I would have made you a nice little photo of that. Maybe I still find some of these maps, but I don't think so. And probably now, the internet age, you can probably find maps of these games, or not, because probably no one cares for these games. But as you can see here right now, the difficulty. Circle strafing is your friend here, but there is no fucking way to circle strafe. There are 3 enemies here on the mission right now, and it's all about like, you want to play defensive. You want to let the enemy attack and then go in. I didn't play really well here because obviously I just want to show you a little bit of the game, and I don't really want to be Mr. Pro. I'm gonna be Mr. Pro in King's Field 4, and you can clearly see that the difficulty got upped. This is, many people would say that this is From Software difficulty. You go in, you go to the first enemy, and the first enemy kills you instantly, that we saw at the beginning. But yeah, I talked about it already, that this time around we see numbers instead of a bar for our health and MP, and the compass was changed. I don't know, I kind of dislike this compass. I wonder why they got rid of that standard compass here that we had in King's Field 1. I think they were like, okay, with better technology right now we can have like this round ball that shows east, north, south, and west, like in that graphic-wise here. By the way, this is a well where you can actually replenish your health. Yes, you have something like that in King's Field. I'm not sure if you can replenish unlimited with this well. In later King's Field games, and especially King's Field 4, there are sources or resources where you can replenish your health, but they are limited. And yeah, here you see a little bit of the frame rate again. The frame rate in this game is all over the place. It's 60 FPS, sometimes it's 10 FPS, and that's the reason why we always have the frame rate discussion, you know, why don't you let the game run with an unlocked frame rate? It is just better if a game can't keep a constant frame rate to have a frame rate locked at a certain frame count, because having frame rate jumps from 60 to 30 or from 60 to 10 and then to 25 and then to 40 and stuff like that is way more annoying than having a locked frame rate with 25 or 30. And as you can see here right now, again with the first game, okay, I only showed the beginning of the first game, and you see the enemies. There are like 4 enemies in this room already, and you can clearly see that they had way more resources to put more stuff into it. By the way, we just got a level up, and as you can see that we have a max HP count of 57 right now. Again, King's Field games have an RPG element in it to it. You can level up, and as you can see, I'm getting my ass kicked here. Again, circle strafing is a must in King's Field games, but if you have like 10 million enemies around you, circle strafing gets kind of hard. While with the first King's Field you had a beginner magic already, I think in this one you don't have a magic. I was talking a little bit about the walking speed in King's Field 1. King's Field 2 was actually the first King's Field where you had a sprint button. So while you can walk really fast here already without sprinting, I didn't sprint a single time so far, I think. You can even walk faster, and you see how I fucking pot here, how it's called, like crazy. But yeah, that's most of the information about King's Field 2. Like I said, King's Field 2 came out like around 6 months after King's Field 1. It would be interesting to know how long they worked on this game already. Did they really only work like 4 months on it? I mean, it came out 6 months later, but the game obviously needed to get through some... I died again. The game obviously needed to go through certification and stuff like that. So it would be really interesting to know how long they actually worked on this game. I kind of guessed that they worked on this game already while King's Field 1 was in development already. I mean, you can clearly see the similarities. I mean, the game practically looks the same, only has an unlocked frame rate, has better enemy models and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, what can you say about King's Field 2? It's way harder, it's way bigger, it's more open. It is the first real open world King's Field because you can go everywhere at this point. Everything is connected and you will never see a single loading time because everything is getting streamed on the fly. Sometimes you see that streaming in terms of that things are popping up. And yeah, there are more NPCs, there is a little bit more of story, but overall it's more of the same. It's more of the same in way harder. And as you can see, I think I didn't talk about that, you can't save everywhere. It's not like that I can quick save all the time. I have to go to specific save points to save my progress. So let's say I'm gonna survive for like 30 minutes with like, here, look at this room again. It's like, I think 5 or 6 enemies in one room, what is crazy. Like, they definitely upped the detail when it comes to that. But yeah, that is King's Field 2. More of the same, harder, but definitely better. And yeah, that pretty much was it. I think I talked like for almost 20 minutes again. I think I'm gonna die again here, because not only that you have 3 plants where you can't circle strafe, no, you have something shooting from the right puking at you or something like that. And as you can see, I have no healing items anymore, and I would say we're gonna let this end with another one of my wonderful on-screen deaths. I think that's like 5 deaths in 20 minutes, but that just shows how hard, like, this is a hard game. I mean, the controls are hard to steer too, But overall, this is definitely a hard game. And yeah, I think I died 5 times or something like that during the course of these 20 minutes. And I played this game before. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was King's Field 2. In my opinion, better than the first one. Definitely better than the first one. For me personally. A lot harder, but again, when it comes to the exploration aspect, extremely rewarding. And that's the thing about all these King's Field games, especially about King's Field 4. I mean, it's always like that the first game in a franchise is the best one to you. Like, you have the same with Dark Souls. The first Souls games that you play are the first Bloodborne game. I mean, let's be honest, Bloodborne is like a Souls game. The first game of this franchise, of this game concept, is the best one for most of the people. Like, many people don't like Dark Souls 2, but if you started with Dark Souls 2 and that was your first Souls experience, it's your best one because, yeah. And for me, King's Field 4 is definitely the creme de la creme of King's Field games. Many people see it different. I think my rating would be King's Field 4, King's Field 2, King's Field 1, King's Field 3. I think that would be my from top to worst comparison or rating here. But yeah, that was King's Field 2. Again, a lot of information for especially barely anything that changed. I probably missed stuff again, but if I missed stuff, I can catch that probably up again with King's Field 3, because I think I don't have to spoil too much. But yes, King's Field 3 is more of the same formula. What a surprise. And with that, we're gonna end the special to King's Field 2, and I will see you to the next special that will be all about King's Field 3, aka King's Field 2 in the West. I will see you then.